A very warm welcome to the 11th APLMA Annual Awards Ceremony. Once again, and for the third year in a row, we're announcing our awards virtually. But we're still very excited about the awards this year, and we're not going to allow the COVID situation to dampen our spirits. I am therefore delighted to have this opportunity to open the proceedings today and kick things off. I'm sure many of you watching this event are really very keen, if perhaps not a little anxious, to know whether you've won an award this year. What I can tell you at this stage is that among the usual suspects, there could possibly be a few surprises, so keep watching. We're truly honoured this year to have the Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, Mr. Eddie Yu, on board with us to help announce the 2022 awards. A very, very warm welcome, Eddie, and thank you so much for your support. We're delighted you could be with us, and of course we look forward to further collaborations with the MA in the future. We're also honoured to have Mr. Clive Kerner, Group Chief Executive of Clifford Capital Holdings, with us today. As I'm sure you know, Clifford Capital and Bayfront have been doing great things in the securitization space, and Clive has also been a good friend to the APLMA, and we're very grateful to him for joining us from Singapore today. We also have not one, not two, but three people from Bloomberg with us, who have kindly agreed to assist with the announcements of the various awards this year. I'm delighted to welcome Vicky Cheng, Head of Government Affairs, Carissa Chua, Global Data Manager for Hong Kong and Taiwan, and SC Yao, who is Head of Sales Strategy Asia Pacific. A very big thank you to Bloomberg for working with APLMA again this year as our data provider. It's a real pleasure to have you all on board. Perhaps I should say again, we are most grateful for the data provided to our members, which of course provides vital information in respect to the voting process. So thank you, Bloomberg. Now, to remind you of what happened last year, and I did mention there might be a few surprises this year, we're going to run an edited video clip from last year's awards ceremony. After that, we will move straight into this year's country awards. Firstly with Eddie Yu, announcing the Hong Kong Country Award, and then moving on to the other APAC countries with Vicky, Carissa, SC, and of course Clive, all pitching in. Eddie, thank you very much indeed for joining us today. We are truly honoured to have you on board with us to help announce the APLMA's 2022 awards.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Thanks very much for having me here today. It's a great honor for me.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Before we start to announce the first award, Eddie, did you have anything that you'd like to say to the audience up front?
Yes, if you don't mind, maybe I can take this opportunity to say a few words about the syndicated loan market here in Hong Kong. I think many of you will agree that loan syndication is an integral and also very sizable part of the corporate financing market, especially in Asia. And Hong Kong is actually Asia's largest syndicated loan market. Just last year, 2021, our market has registered a 50% growth year on year. And that growth, I would say, is largely underpinned by our bank's strong capital and liquidity positions, which, as you know, are well above international standards. And looking ahead, there's one important trend that I would like to highlight here, and in fact is also recognized in some of the awards to be presented today, is the interplay between climate change and finance. Climate change is an issue, as you know, we all agree that it's a concern for every one of us. And banks do play a pivotal role in mobilizing capital to facilitate the green transition. And I'm very glad to see that Hong Kong's green finance market has been growing very healthily and strongly. Total green and sustainable debt issue here grew by 4 times from just a year ago. And in 2021, it has exceeded $50 billion US. And a good portion of that is actually syndicated loans. And we at the HKMA and the government, we've both been taking steps to further promote the green and sustainable lending activities in Hong Kong. For example, we've rolled out a green and sustainable finance grant scheme last year to subsidize the external review expenses for the loans. And so far, we've given grants to already more than 20 green loans made by banks in Hong Kong. So I would highly encourage our audience here today to take advantage of this scheme and support your own transition. Come to us for applications for these grants. Thank you very much. I'd just like to say this. Climate change and finance are very much related, interrelated, and I hope that both the HKMA, the government, and also the industry can join hands in pushing forward this important policy agenda. Thank you, Andrew. I'll pass back to you.
Thank you, Eddie. It's good to hear such positive news about Hong Kong market and the green initiatives and the collaboration that's been going on and all the hard work that HKMA has been doing. I think we're very grateful as an association to be hearing all that. Moving on, perhaps, Eddie, we can now ask you to do us the honor to announce our first award of the day, which is the Syndicated Loan House of the Year, Hong Kong. So would you please take that forward for us?
Sure. This year, the shortlisted nominees for the Syndicated Loan House of the Year, Hong Kong are Bank of China, Hong Kong, China CITIC Bank International, and HSBC. And the winner is HSBC. Congratulations to HSBC.
Okay, we're back with the country awards and the Syndicated Loan House of the Year, China. I'm going to ask Vicky in a moment to tell us who the nominated shortlisted banks are and indeed who the winner is. But I think Vicky has got a little bit of data to share with us about the China market before that. So over to you, Vicky.
Thank you, Andrew. That's right. According to the Bloomberg data, as in the previous years, China continues to dominate and drive the APEC loan market volume, making up 34% of APEC syndicated loans volume. Volume also set new records, hitting a new high of USD 222 billion, even exceeding pre-pandemic volume levels. Capital expenditure, working capital, and refinancing loans were the key drivers of this volume. Should I also read the shortlisted nominees?
Go ahead.
The shortlisted nominees are Bank of China, China CITIC Bank International, and China Merchant Banks. And the winner is Bank of China.
Very good, very good. Thank you, Vicky. That the same, in fact, as last year, and I keep talking about the usual suspects. Okay, let's move on to the next award, which is Syndicated Loan House of the Year, Taiwan. And again, I think, Vicky, you've got a little bit of data to share with us.
Absolutely, we're all about data here. So in 2020, we saw a significant increase in volume for the Taiwan loans market, with a 40% growth in volume. Even though 2021's loans volume did not see a similar positive growth as the market saw a 27% dip in volume, the volume still exceeded pre-pandemic levels by 3%, mainly from working capital, refinancing, and project financing deals. And the shortlisted nominees are CTBC Bank, Bank of Taiwan, and Mega International Commercial Bank. And the winner is Mega International Commercial Bank.
It's time for the Loan House of the Year award for Japan. MUFG was our past winner for the year 2020. Let's see who got nominated for this year. Over to you, SC.
Thank you. So the nominees are Mizuho Bank, MUFG, and SMBC. And the winner goes to SMBC. Congratulations, SMBC.
Awesome. Congratulations, SMBC. Let's move to announce the Loan House of the Year for South Korea. The South Korean loan issuance picked up from last year and saw a rise in loan volume by 27% to reach a 10-year record high. This was primarily driven by real estate, acquisition financing, and project financing loans. SC, could you share with us who are the nominees for Korea?
Of course. The nominees are KB Financial Group, KEB Hana, and Korea Development Bank KDB. So the winner is KB Financial Group. Congratulations to KB Financial Group. So that's all for North Asia. Now we pass to Andrew and Clive for the country awards for Singapore, Malaysia, and India.
Congratulations to all the North Asia Country Award winners. Now we're going to move on to announce the awards for the South and Southeast Asia. As you can see, we have a very special guest with us here today, Clive Kerner, Group Chief Executive of Clifford Capital Holdings. Clive, many, many thanks for being with us. We're honored to have you. And before we perhaps go on to the first award, perhaps there's something you'd like to tell us about what's going on at the moment at Clifford. Over to you, Clive.
Thanks. Thank you, Andrew, and thanks to you and the APLMA for inviting me to make these presentations, albeit virtually, but it's good to be here. So yeah, I think from Clifford Capital's perspective here in Singapore, what we've seen actually is a pretty strong bounce back last year, coming out of the COVID situation. So we were pretty positive coming into this year, and of course, everyone is now watching the very unfortunate situation in Russia, Ukraine, and we'll see how that develops. It's a pretty tragic situation, of course, but in terms of our business, we think it's going to be a second, third order impact at the moment. But who knows? It might things could change, and we're watching it very closely. But other than that, I think the outlook is looking good. I think for infrastructure in particular, it continues to be a positive outlook. And from our perspective, we're really working very hard on what we call our pivot to new sectors, new markets from a sustainability perspective. It's becoming a really big theme for us this year, as I'm sure it is for most participants across the market. We're actually seeing our pipeline really starting to evolve quite well now in terms of renewables, data centers, social infrastructure, and also looking at new technologies. So that's what we're really looking to build on as we get into the year. And also, of course, given that Clifford Capital has a policy remit, we're working very closely also with the Singapore government, which itself really has a very important focus this year on sustainability, both for Singapore and wanting to play a leading role in driving all of this very important stuff across Asia.
Thank you, Clive. It's good to hear such positive news about Singapore, and amid all the uncertainties in the world at the moment. Good to hear. Now, I'm sure that our viewers today are interested to find out who is the winner of the Syndicated Loan House of the Year for Singapore. I think to remember that DBS won this last year. So Clive, if you would do us the honour and tell us first who are the listed nominees.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. DBS, in fact, is on the list again. So this year, the shortlisted nominees for Syndicated Loan House of the Year Singapore are DBS Bank and UOB, so two institutions this year. And the winner, once again, is DBS. So congratulations to DBS.
Congratulations indeed to DBS again. After the Singapore Award, we should now announce the Malaysia Syndicated Loan House of the Year Award. Now, Maybank won this last year. Clive, may I ask you, over to you?
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. So there are three nominees this year. The nominees are CIMB Bank, Maybank, and UOB. And the winner is Maybank again. So congratulations again.
Twice in a row. Congratulations, Maybank. Right, so the next award is the Syndicated Loan House of the Year, India. State Bank of India won this last year. Clive, do you think they'll be the winner again this year?
Well, I think we're about to find out. So there are two on the list this year. State Bank of India is one of them. The other one is HDFC Bank. And the winner is State Bank of India, once again. So congratulations to them.
So here it comes Indonesia. In 2021, Indonesia market was affected by the pandemic, but we do see some of the largest deals are happening in Indonesia. So Carissa, who got nominated for the year of the Syndicated Loan House of the Year in Indonesia?
Well, let's see. The shortlisted nominees are, firstly, Bank BTPN, secondly, Bank Mandiri, and thirdly, Bank Negara Indonesia. And the winner is Bank Mandiri.
Well, congratulations, Bank Mandiri. So let's get to the House of the Year award for Vietnam. The Vietnam loan market enjoyed a tremendous growth of 123%, seeing a doubling of volume to $6 billion, where 88% of this volume was driven by financial sector borrowings. Carissa, who get nominated this year for Vietnam?
All right. The shortlisted nominees are Credit Suisse, Maybank, and Taipei Fubon Commercial Bank. And the winner is Maybank. Congratulations, Maybank.
We will first start off with the Syndicated Loan House of the Year for Australia. 2021 is the year of recovery for most markets, same as Australia's syndicated loans market, which saw its volume jump by 33% in 2021, reaching $111 billion. The Australian market closed 3 of the largest 10 APEC deals. 2021 performance was boosted by refinancing deals, new money financing from M&A, and project finance loans, as well as 2021's spectacular ESG lending boom. Carissa, can you share with us who are the nominees for 2021?
Sure. There are 2 nominees for the Syndicated Loan House of the Year in Australia. The nominees are ANZ and Commonwealth Bank of Australia. And the winner is ANZ. Congratulations, ANZ.
Well, congratulations, ANZ. Carissa, so what's the next award after Australia?
Yeah, now let's move on to Syndicated Loan House of the Year for New Zealand. In 2021, New Zealand market volume stood at $8.8 billion US dollars, rising by 14%, recovering close to pre-pandemic levels. Let's see who our nominees are for this year. They are ANZ, Commonwealth Bank Australia, and Westpac. I'll leave this to you, SC, to announce who the winner is.
All right, so the winner goes to ANZ. ANZ for the 5th year in a row. So congratulations to ANZ again. So that's it for the Australian and New Zealand awards. So we'll pass it to Andrew for the event highlights.
We will be taking a short break, during which we'll be showing you a short video about APLMA events. Just as a quick reminder that APLMA continues to be very busy in supporting its members. Before then, moving on to the next batch of awards.
We'll now start off with our next category for Non-Bank Investor of the Year award. SC, do you want to share with us who are the nominees for this award?
Absolutely. The nominees are CPPIB, Matrix Credit Partners, and Partners Group. And the winner goes to Matrix Credit Partners. Well, congratulations.
Amazing. Following up, we have Syndicated Corporate Loan Law Firm of the Year award. The nominees are Allen & Overy, Baker & McKinsey, Clifford Chance. SC, can you please do the honors?
And the winner is Allen & Overy. Congratulations.
Now, for the last category that both SC and I will be announcing together, the Syndicated Financial Institution Deal of the Year award. The shortlisted deals are IFM Global Infrastructure Fund, Macquarie Group Limited, Vietnam Joint Stock Commercial Bank for Industry and Trade. SC, can you please do the honors?
So the winner is Macquarie Group Limited. The MLAs in this $2.5 billion US dollar deal are ANZ, BNY Mellon, BAMO, BNP, Citibank, CBA, Credit Agricole, Goldman Sachs, HSBC, ING Bank, JP Morgan, FUFG Bank, NAB, SocGen, SMBC, Wells Fargo, and Westpac. So that concludes the non-bank deals today. We will now hand it back to Andrew and Vicky. Thank you.
So now we're going to move on to the Loan House and Deal of the Year awards. The first one is the Syndicated Leverage and Acquisition Finance Law Firm of the Year. Now this was won last year by Allen and Overy, and I'll pass over to Vicky to let us know who the shortlisted nominees are this year.
Sure. And the shortlisted nominees are Allen and Overy, Clifford Chance, and Linklaters. And the winner is Clifford Chance.
Okay, the next award is the Syndicated Leverage and Acquisition Finance Deal of the Year. Now you'll remember that last year this was won by CP All in connection with an acquisition in Thailand. But I'm going to pass over to Vicky and ask her to tell us who the shortlisted nominees are and then who is the winner. Over to you, Vicky.
Sure. The shortlisted nominees are Emphasis India, SF Holding Limited, TPG Telecom Limited. And the winner goes to SF Holding Limited for the deal size of Hong Kong dollars 18,000 million.
Vicky, can you move on to tell us who the mandated lead arrangers were for that deal?
Absolutely. And they are Bank of China Hong Kong Limited, China Development Bank, China Minsheng Bank, Credit Agricole CIB, DBS Bank, ICBC, JP Morgan, Mizuho Bank, MUFG Bank, Shanghai Pudong Development Bank, and Standard Chartered Bank.
Another who's who of the banking world. Excellent. Okay, let's move on to one more award. This one is for the Syndicated Leverage and Acquisition Finance House of the Year, which for a lot of people is the really big one. Last year, perhaps not surprisingly, it was won by Bank of China Hong Kong, but I'm going to pass back to Vicky and ask her to give us the shortlisted nominees.
And the shortlisted nominees are Barclays Bank, China Merchants Bank, and Standard Chartered Bank. And the winner is China Merchants Bank.
We have now announced 18 awards. For the next set of awards, they are the Project Finance Awards, something that Clive knows, I think. We'll bring back Clive to announce these awards. Clive, I know you have 3 envelopes in your hand, at least I hope you do. Should we announce first the Law Firm of the Year for the Project Finance world? I think White & Case won this last year, but I have a sneaking suspicion it might go somewhere else this year. Back to you, Clive.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. Well, there are actually 3 nominees for this award this year, and they are Allen and Overy, Herbert Smith Freehills, and White & Case. And the winner, and you were right, Andrew, the winner is Allen and Overy this year. So congrats to you, Amy.
Well done, Allen and Overy. Now on to the next award, which is the Syndicated Project Finance Deal of the Year. Clive, who are the shortlisted nominees?
Okay, so Syndicated Project Finance Deal of the Year, there are 3 nominees, and the transactions are Celsius Securitization, GIP Sharon Finco, and Mercury Taiwan Holding. And the winner is Mercury Taiwan Holding, so congratulations. And the mandated lead arranger and book runners in this transaction were BNP Paribas, Cathay United Bank, Credit Agricole, CIB, CTBC Bank, DZ Bank, Export Development Canada, HSBC, KDB, Siemens, SocGen, Standard Chartered, and Fubon Bank. So congratulations to Mercury Time One Holding and indeed all the MLAs in that transaction.
Sounds like a list of who's who in the project finance world.
Indeed.
Congratulations to all. Now we have just one last project finance award, and this is the Project Finance Loan House of the Year. So, Clive, over to you. Who do you think is going to win this award?
Well, I have my own preference, and I'll explain why in a moment. But first of all, let me just tell you who the three nominees are. It's Bank of China, SMBC, and State Bank of India. And the winner, I'm very pleased to say, is SMBC. So congratulations to SMBC, and they are, of course, a shareholder in our business as well. So I'm very pleased to see them win this award.
Congratulations, SMBC. Brilliant. Clive, thank you very much indeed for taking time out of your busy day. We're very grateful, and it's great to see you and have you on this program today. It's been a great pleasure. Thanks, Clive. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Clive and Andrew, for announcing the PF Awards winners. I am SCR, the head of APEC Sales Strategy at Bloomberg, responsible for our green and sustainable lending initiatives. Today, I'm joined by Ross Barker, head of legal at the APLMA. Ross, before we start, can you share with us a little bit on why is it important to recognize sustainable finance achievements by having awards?
Sure, SC, thanks. That's a great question. So with the evidence of climate change all around us, more and more borrowers and banks are committing to net zero targets and entering into green loans, sustainability linked loans and social loans to help them achieve this aim. This has led to a rapid increase in sustainable lending worldwide. Last year, for example, in 2021, the total global sustainable finance volumes was $1.3 trillion US, and this represented a 116% increase over the previous year. So as the market deepens, it's really important that we maintain the quality of the products. We at the APLMA, having produced the principles, the green loan principles, the social loan principles, and the sustainability linked loan principles, are committed to ensuring that the framework that supports these loans is updated. We update the principles, we produce guidance notes and best practice notes to help the market apply the principles. In fact, we're just about to produce 2 new guidance documents, one on the social loan principles and the other on external reviews. So that's what we're doing at the APLMA. And if I could take a moment to encourage you, our member banks, when you're negotiating these loans with your clients, the borrowers, to make sure that the principles are upheld, that the projects are really green, and that the KPIs that you set with the borrowers are ambitious, meaningful, and core to the borrower's business. So, SC, let me get back to your question. The reason why there are awards in sustainable finance is to recognize the achievement of the institutions and deals that are leading the field in this increasingly important area of finance.
Thank you, Ross. I mean, it's a great interview. So shall we move to the awards, right? So, well, the first award we want to give out is the Green and Sustainability Advisor of the Year. The following is the shortlisted nominees: ANZ, HSBC, and ING Bank. Hey, Ross, do you want to announce who's the winner?
Certainly. But may I say firstly how I have first-hand knowledge of how committed all the nominees in this category are, as well as many of our member banks across the region, to a sustainable finance strategy. But there can only be one winner on the day, and the award goes to HSBC. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations to HSBC. I cannot wait to go into the second award in this space. Ross, what is the next one we are going to announce?
Certainly. The next award is for the Green and Sustainable Deal of the Year. And the nominees for this award are as follows. We've got Adani Hybrid Energy Jaisalmer for its renewable project and asset finance loan of 1.35 billion US dollars. Secondly, COFCO International Hong Kong for its sustainability-linked loan of 700 million US dollars. And finally in this category, Ramsay Healthcare for their sustainability-linked loan of 1.5 billion Aussie dollars.
So the winner goes to Ramsay Healthcare Limited Sustainability-Linked Loan. It's a 1.5 billion Australian dollars loan underwritten by CBA, HSBC, MUFG Bank, and NAB. This was a SLL in which the targets were designed to improve sustainability in their business, including on the mental health and well-being of their staff, setting the foundation to reduce their energy intensity and emissions and emphasize on responsible sourcing within their medical supply chains.
Great. So let's move to the next award, which is the Renewable Deal of the Year category. These, as you may expect, are project and asset finance loans, which are often observe the green loan principles, and the proceeds of which are used to finance renewable energy projects. SC, who are the nominees, please?
Sure. Here are the shortlisted nominees for the Renewable Deal of the Year. They are, first, Adani Hybrid Energy Jaisalmer Hybrid Renewable Project Finance Loan of 1.35 billion US dollars. Second, Mercury Taiwan Holdings Limited Offshore Wind Farm Loan, about 86 million Taiwan dollars. And the third is the PISA Acquisition Finance, which is about 1.2 million Australian dollars. So who is going to win?
So I'm delighted to say that the winner is Adani Hybrid Energy Jaisalmer for their renewable project finance loan. The mandated lead arrangers and book runners for this deal were, and there were quite a few of them, Barclays Bank, BNP Paribas, DBS Bank, Deutsche Bank, ING Bank, Intesa Sanpaolo, Mizuho Bank, MUFG Bank, Rabobank, Siemens, Standard Chartered Bank, and Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation. So this landmark deal financed the largest solar and wind power production facility in India, and we hope that it will go some way towards helping India meet its challenging net zero targets.
Well, thank you, Ross. So that concludes the Green and Sustainable Awards for this year. Many congratulations to all the winners. Now we move on to the Syndicated Deal of the Year and the Syndicated Loan House of the Year awards. Thank you.
Thank you, Ross and SC. Now we're down to the two very last awards, and of course these are arguably the most important awards that we'll be handing out today. Eddie, I know and I can see that you have two envelopes there in your hand, and they are for the Syndicated Deal of the Year and secondly, the second Syndicated Loan House of the Year. So perhaps we could firstly announce the Syndicated Deal of the Year. Back to you, Eddie.
Thank you, Andrew. I know that last year the CPO deal won this award. Let's take a look at this year's nominees, and they are GIP Sharing Finco, Emphasis, and Tencent Asset Management. And the winner is Tencent Asset Management with a deal size of 8.3 billion US dollars. The mandated lead arrangers are Agricultural Bank of China, Bank of China Hong Kong, Bank of America Merrill Lynch, Bank of Communications, China Construction Bank, DBS, HSBC, ICBC, JP Morgan, OCBC Bank, Standard Chartered Bank, and United Overseas Bank. Congratulations to Tencent and the mandated lead arrangers.
That was indeed, I think, one of the biggest deals of the year. That sounded a bit like a who's who of the banking world. Now we're down to the very last award, the Syndicated Loan House of the Year. Now, last year, and for a few years running, Bank of China has won this award. Let's see if they're going to do a repeat.
Okay, let's see, Andrew. Let's take a look at this year's nominees. They are Bank of China, HSBC, and Standard Chartered Bank. And the winner is HSBC. Congratulations to HSBC.
Well, that's it for another year. And as I predicted at the outset, it turned out to be a mixture of the usual suspects, but with a few interesting surprises. But what I think is also interesting is that 2021 was a record year in terms of loan volumes and deal flow. And despite all the uncertainties, be it COVID, LIBOR transition, or political trade issues, the market functioned extremely well, and indeed continues to function well this year, which reflects the robustness of the loan product and its importance in the financial system. So let me finish up by saying many congratulations to all of the award winners, and also a huge thank you to Eddie Yu, Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, and to Clive Kerner, Group Chief Executive of Clifford Capital Holdings, and last but not least there, Ros Barker, our Head of Legal, for her contribution to the green and sustainable piece. Also a huge thank you to Bloomberg for being our data provider, and to Vicky, Carissa, and SC for their contributions to the award announcements. Thank you guys, a great job. Last but not least, I need to recognize the work of my events team, Ivy, Maggie, Brian, and Connie, who worked really hard over the last few weeks to make things work and make this event the success it turned out to be. A fantastic effort in the face of constantly changing circumstances and enormous technical difficulties. Thank you everyone for watching the ceremony today, and best wishes to you all from everyone here at the APLMA. Thank you.